Hey, we always live Elvis.
Hey, Memphis Mafia kid and Teresa. We're back at y'all this week. Hey, right off the bat, want to give a couple quick shout outs. First one to Franklin Estep. Man, get well soon. We appreciate you watching and subscribing to us and being with us. You just need to take care of yourself and get well. Also, Rockin' TCB. The tuning went real good. As you can see, you're not hearing a lot of Teresa, so, and I seen your comment. You want to know how the tuning went? It went just like it always goes.
You got your butt kicked.
And a big shout out.
You got tuned right on out of the house.
Yeah, and a big shout out to Vicky Craig. Appreciate you watching. And my little friend here, let me introduce you to my little friend. This is for Linda D. Know how much you like snakes.
Yeah,
so,
she's not gonna watch any more of this video.
Hey, here's one back at you, Linda D, and your spiders.
But you know what? It almost backfired because when you walked into here, what was on the floor underneath it?
Yes, Linda D, and that's true. A spider crawled across the floor, but we won't get into that. It got all freaky and. Anyway,
I was hoping you wouldn't see it and it wouldn't move until right now,
Yeah,
and then I was gonna point it out.
Yeah, I like I said, my wife. But hey, y'all, we got some good questions this week, so let's get into them.
All right, Kelly McInerney McNutt. When it came to going to the movies or watching TV, was Elvis the one to pick them, or were others allowed to suggest what to see or watch on TV?
Well, I mean, others were definitely, allowed. I mean, Elvis and friends and family, I mean, suggestions, and that's what he got movies. Of course, I mean, Elvis too, would, pick movies and things to watch on TV. And of course, he wanted everybody to watch. But his whole group had input. Whether he went by it or not, that's a different thing, but they all had input. So, hey, that's a great question.
Barbara Davis wants to know, when was the last time you were at Graceland, and does it remain the same as you recall?
Hell, the last time...
Being inside Graceland, because we've been up there to Meditation
Garden.
Garden.
Yes, the last time inside Graceland was right at the end of the 90s or maybe possibly 2000. It wasn't any later than that. And it was different from what I've heard and seen now. It's different, but I mean, it would probably be different. I mean, if me and Teresa go, or when we go, I mean, we're definitely going to go. I want to go with it. I'm sure it's going to be different. It's going to be, I mean, it's, trying to make sense here. It's not ever going to be
home, I guess, it was.
Yeah, what it was, yes. I mean, but as far as changes from the way it was then to the way it is now, I mean, I think there has been changes, and if that's the way Graceland sees fit to do it, then, that's the way they want to do it. But it would never, ever be the same to me or any of my family.
All right, I Love Lucy and the Golden Girls. Why do you think Elvis's dancing changed over time?
Well, just in my opinion, it's kind of like music. I mean, Elvis had that natural, but I see what you're saying. It did kind of change up, and I think, just like I said, my personal opinion, I think that's to stay up with the times. In the 50s, he had his dance, and then late 60s, and then of course the 70s. I think, to me, there was like 3 different ways he moved, and I think that's it. You have to stay with what's up to date and what's going, just like his music, and I think I think he did that with his music and his dancing, and also with everyday life, if, for that matter.
All right, Keith Ellie. Did Lisa and you and the other kids fly kites at Graceland?
Is a pig's butt pork. Yes, it is, and yes, we did. We had a lot of good times flying kites down in the pasture, between where our trailer and the other trailers were. There was a big pasture that went to the barn, and then Uncle Vernon's house was down there, and right out there in that big pasture field, we would fly kites, and we would even like sharpen the front or tape stuff to them, and of course the long tails, but we would actually try to
Kite wars.
try to fight them and tear them. You did that too?
No, but I know you, so that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that had to be the way it was going to go.
Well, I'm sure there's other kids out there, especially. Hey, that was the thing in the '70s. Just get a little destructive, and I mean, of course, we for a short time just flew a kite, just to fly a kite.
That was just too boring, huh? You had to spice it up.
Yeah, you always had to.
Did you strap a firework to it?
No, we never did
Blow
do
it up
that.
there.
We did. I've got some other firework stories that we did do to things, but we'll save that for another time.
All right, Jason Bemis. What was the guy's nickname for Elvis?
Well, if they were pissed off at him, no, I'm just kidding. I don't know if a lot of you do know, and a lot of you may not, but Elvis there was bracelets that he got all the guys, and on the inside, if you turned them over, on the inside was their nickname written. And of course, Daddy's was Mighty Mouth, and Marty Lacker's, I think, was Moon, and just all the nicknames he had for the guys. And they had Crazy put on Elvis's, so their little nickname for Elvis was Crazy.
Monique Farbo. Did you ever meet Jerry Lee Lewis?
And while we're talking about it, we just lost Jerry Lee, and our prayers and condolences go out to his family. And I did actually. It was years later. Elvis had already passed away, but my grandmother somewhat knew him. She would go with her friends to Hernando Hideaway. He played there, and some other places in Memphis. And she actually somewhat basically knew him. And one night, she introduced me to him. Jerry Lee was a pretty cool guy. Like I said, he set in his ways, but that's, like I said, that's another big loss to the world. So
you had a good friend who worked for him.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, I'm thinking of bringing it up. Yeah, when I worked in code enforcement, my partner actually worked for him as a bodyguard and stuff. Kind of early on, like in the late '70s and through the '80s. So, and we, kind of knew him from that way too. But y'all, that's all the questions, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Well, I'd just be darned, we'd run out of questions too quick.
You didn't write enough down.
No, you didn't. It's all on you. You didn't pick them, so it's not.
That's right. I didn't pick them, so. See, that's why I said
Little Miss I
you
Can't
didn't
Hear.
write enough. You didn't write down enough.
Y'all, I can't stress it enough. We appreciate y'all. We love you. And once again, if you hadn't made plans and got several months, but it's going by quick. Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then January, Elvis's birthday. So we are going to be at John Daly's at the Holiday Inn Express.
Yes.
On Elvis Presley Boulevard. And we're getting hyped up and excited, like I said. So if any way possible, I know things are tough, but hey, if you can come by and see us, come by and see us.
And his event's free.
Yes, his event's no admission to get in. For those of you who don't know, a lot of you already know. And John has a lot of good special guests there. So we're just going to be a couple that's there. So y'all come by and see us and see everybody and have a good time with us and help us celebrate Elvis's birthday. And with that, y'all, hey, we're going to get out of here. We'll see you Sunday, and remember,
We
we always live
Elvis.
Elvis.
Hey y'all, thanks for watching this episode of the Memphis Mafia Kid. Please subscribe and hit that like button. Got an Elvis or MMK related question? Post it under the comments and we may answer it in a future video. And don't forget to check out Mom and Daddy's channel, EFM Elvis Fans Matter.